Okay, I am back, and once again, I have to repeat myself again. I have some people, making comments. Again, are you going to cover mommy ramblings? It seems like, all you're talking about is Natasha. Your channel is just about Natasha. First off, I don't do hours and hours of videos. My videos are pretty short. I mean, yeah, a couple have been like an hour because you can go that long, especially when I repeat myself over and over because I'm not going off of a script. So, I'm just winging it here. And, you know, so that's why I've made so many videos, right? Because I'm not going for a long period of time. I have a life. So, I'm just not doing that. If I would go for 2, 3, 4 hours, it would probably be done and I can move on, right? So it does seem like it's all about Natasha, but once again, like I said, if I could go just for a very long time, I could move on, but I haven't done that. And then they want to know if I'm going to cover mommy ramblings because, I'm getting people from Natasha's side coming over and they just want me to cover mommy ramblings. And I have said this before. I don't have a beef with any creator, okay? I have I'm not in this YouTube war that you guys have going on with any creator. I am covering, all right, what my channel is about besides, my little hobbies and cooking and stuff like that was the human behavior I've seen. Me, okay? What I have seen in the past, all right, and what is going on now. So, and that's why I started with Natasha, because that's where the drama is centered around right now. She is the one that is having an issue with the majority of the creators out there. And I seen what went on when I first started watching her, okay? And she was new on YouTube. I seen some things go on then. I've already said I quit watching all creators for a period of time. And I'm not going to talk about somebody that I didn't watch that often. All right? If I didn't see drama from them and I didn't see all these behaviors, what do I have to talk about? I am talking about the human behavior that I personally have seen and that I see going on. So if I have nothing to talk about, why would I be talking about it? All right? And I know some people are like, well, Mommy Ramblings did this and that to me. She's doing this or she's doing that. If I personally have not seen this, okay, and I don't see these behaviors that I want to talk about, I am not going to go to this video, that video, this video, that video, and pull it up. I don't have time for that. All right? I did not see all this drama with Mommy Ramblings. All right? I did not. So, what do I have to talk about? If you guys have a issue, if Mommy Ramblings did something to you, you have your own channel. And I know a lot of you are already, doing videos on Mommy Ramblings. That is your choice to do. And you're doing it. But to come in and say, well, are you going to do this and that on her? No, I'm not. Because I didn't see it. All right? I already stated I've watched a few of her videos back in the Christopher Watts case. Not all the way through. I don't watch videos unless they're short videos. All right? I skip through videos. I don't watch videos all the way through. I don't. I cannot get through long videos. I can't. Do I miss things because I don't get through long videos? Yes, I do. But I'm not out there to fight your guys' war, okay? And I am not a, I am not a awareness channel either. I am not here to say, well, you shouldn't watch this person or you shouldn't watch that person because they did this or they did that. Everybody has a brain of their own. You can choose whoever you want to watch. I am just talking about the human behaviors that I have seen. And I'm going to be talking about some other creators. And, that's just like I would watch Plunder back in the Christopher Watts case. I did not see any drama with her. Okay? So why would I do videos about her? She would cover cases. I think the worst that I've seen anybody say about her was that, she talked in a monotone voice. And, she didn't have panels up. I haven't listened to her in a very long time because, again, I quit watching All Creators until the Gabby Petito case. But she just talked about the different cases. I don't think she had anybody come up, like on panel or chat or anything like that. It was just strictly cases. So why would I talk about Plunder? Again, like perplexed. I never watched any of her videos until I watched a little bit of a video where she was talking about Natasha and all of her funds. Okay, so, and then I seen a little clip, and it was on the Netflix documentary where she and Critical K were debating. Okay, so why would I talk about Perplexed? Because I did not see it. All right, and I'm not going to go and pull up videos of things that I did not see just so that I can make content. Okay. So if you guys all want to do that on your own channel, have at it. There is certain people that I want to talk about and certain things that I seen like in groups, and I'm not going to mention anybody's name in groups, that were in groups, just certain behaviors that I seen when I was in groups. And that's that. It's my channel to do what I want. And it might look like I am going just after Natasha Cooper, and it's only because I'm making shorter videos than, other creators that might go on for 3-4 hours or whatever. It is what it is. And then, I did make a video that I was going to put out there, and I deleted it. I do that a lot, and I deleted it. So I'm starting up, this new video today. I don't even know when I'm going to release it. Maybe tonight. I don't know. But at the time that I made that video and I deleted it, I have not, at that time, I have not went and ventured out and chatted in any other creators, in their chat at all. One creator came up on my feed and I ventured out and I started chatting only because I seen one person, and I said, anybody that's in my chat or in my comments, I will never say them by name. Okay, I won't do that. But I seen somebody that was in my comment section, and this person came across my feed, and I seen this person was up on his panel, and so I made a comment because and then I looked and I see this person was up there a couple of times, and she is one that came in and made some comments, on my page, or I'm sorry, on my channel. All right. And then she deleted. She is accusing me of sending my video to Mommy Ramblings. She did in my comment section, or in my comments, I'm sorry. And she's again on this creator's page. Because I guess Mommy Ramblings, after I did that ER video, I swear I do one video, because, and I've said it over and over and over again, that video with Mommy Ramblings in the ER was a short video. Okay? Then Natasha had to put a community post out by this doctor that was critiquing a patient that he's seen, from a video, and is diagnosing this patient, all right, which he should have never done, all right, to begin with. But this person that came in my comments is trying to tell me, all the issues that she's having with Mommy Ramblings or had with Mommy Ramblings, and I need to be careful. And, I told this person, I have no beef with any creator. I'm not a victim of any creator. I would never put myself in that position to give out my private information or befriend somebody like that, to give out my information. And, I just don't get that. But so anyways, I guess what happened, because I wasn't sure how anybody found my channel to begin with. Again, I am new to this, all right? Very new. And I guess Mommy Ramblings, she says she's seen my video come across her feed, all right? Now, I was guessing that somebody that was in my channel as well, that was one of her supporters, might have sent her my video. And all I was doing was critiquing, her video and Natasha's post. And Natasha was, really upset that Mommy Ramblings did a live video in the ER, because Natasha had COVID back last year, and I was watching Natasha then. Not as a supporter, not as a hater. Okay, well, at the time, I got to say, last year I did find her, a funny new creator, okay, but I seen shady things happening, all right? I'm not going to lie. But she was really ticked off that Mommy Ramblings made a live short video to update her community. I found it really ironic, because Natasha did many live videos as she was recovering from COVID, okay? When she was short of breath, blah, 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 blah. So this person is accusing me. I'm not going to go into some of the personal details of why she's having an issue with Mommy Ramblings and this post that Natasha put out, even though she basically was giving out some of her own personal information on my community, or on my comments. I'm not going to get into that, okay? She's already putting it out here and there, and, just, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put out personal information about myself or my family. I wouldn't do that. But she is. And she's accusing me of sending Mommy Ramblings my video for clout. Okay? First off, this isn't my income. Okay? This is just a hobby. Kind of like, I've already said that I thought about doing this a few years back, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't, because YouTube land is horrible. It's kind of like writing in a diary or writing a book, but you know how that goes. It's hard to get published unless you publish yourself. It's just kind of like a diary. I was interested in the human behavior on social media. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And, also, what people will do for a buck. It's crazy. And then I wanted to do some other things, some crafts, some hobbies. I mean, I've already stated, I was a single mom, of 3 kids. And I worked full time and put myself through college. So, some of the things that, I did, on a budget, I still do that now, you know. So if it helps anybody else out that, you know, might be struggling, you know, some of the ideas that I did back then, and I still do them now, you know, some DIY projects around the house. I'm doing almost a total remodel in my house, you know, and I like to be creative, and I liked being creative with my kids, you know, when they were growing up. So I'm going to be, you know, doing a lot of that. You can already see some of the things that I'm doing on my channel, you know. Um, some people like hearing about the drama. Some people might, you know, like seeing some cooking stuff. Some like seeing craft stuff. But again, back to this person. I guess, and I went and checked, and Mommy Rambling said that my video came across her feed. You know, well, I just assumed that somebody that came into my channel that was a supporter of Mommy Rambling sent her my video, okay? Because as a new creator, I had no idea how anybody found my channel. But to begin with, all the comments I got were from Natasha's people because I seen them in her chat and on her panel, right? They were all her people coming in, having to say what they had to say, and most of them deleted their comments. All right, most of them deleted their comments. So I guess Mommy Ramblings, she said that it came across her feed um, about this post, okay? And that's how she found out about it. So these people, I guess you got to pick a side. It's kind of like the Watts case, right? You had to pick a side. You either had to be, you know, on the White Watts team, or you had to be on Shanann's team, which is absolutely insane, okay? But it kind of fits here too. You got to be on a team. You got to be on a side. And so she thinks that I sent this to Mommy Ramblings, my video, okay, to try to get clout. Again, this isn't my income, all right? But I'm trying to get clout. So, because Mommy Ramblings said that this is how she found out about this post that Natasha made, even though it's out there, okay? It's a community post for the world to see, all right? She put it out there for Mommy Ramblings and her followers to see. It's clear as day, all right? And Mommy Ramblings, I guess, posted the link to my channel, all right? As you can see, I don't have that many subscribers, okay? I don't have that many subscribers. But she posted my link. And I didn't even know that. I had to, she said that, and I went back and I watched, and Mommy Ramblings didn't mention my name, but she said that's how it came across her feed. And she said a few words about my video or whatever, or it came across her feed, I'm sorry, and said a few words about my video, and that's all she said about it. And she posted the link to my channel. So anyways, this woman goes on to say, and I've said this before, that I could be in trouble legally, okay? This is before she deleted the comments, for me enabling Mommy Ramblings, all right? Because, you know, I guess Mommy Ramblings is assuming that it came from this lady, that she thinks that this lady is the one that sent it to Natasha, sent this letter to Natasha. Whatever, okay? First off, again, I'm just critiquing this one video of Mommy Ramblings and this post from Natasha. So, she deleted all that. All right. And then when I went over to this creator's page, and I did make a comment because I seen her up there again talking about the same thing again, about this dang community post that happened. What? I started my channel on the 10th. All right, she's still talking about this. still talking about this post, this letter. Um, I don't know if she is the one that gave this to Natasha or if it's somebody else, another sub or whatever. Okay? I don't know. I don't know who gave it to Natasha. She said it was a sub, it was a viewer, whatever. It was a sub that gave it to her. The idea is so that Mommy Ramblings could see it, okay? That was the purpose. But when I was in there, you know, making comments, my first comment to any creator ever, we're chit-chatting back and forth, and she's saying, for me to take it out, she's saying that, you know, she's still saying that I sent it to Mommy Ramblings. Then comes another person that made a comment on my channel and deleted. And she's saying that Mommy Ramblings in the description, which people, when you don't like somebody, when you absolutely don't like them, and you take the time to go read their descriptions on their videos and stuff, I mean, to me, that's obsession, okay? She's saying in the description, Mommy Ramblings is saying that my channel is the one that made her aware of this community post, and then she has dropped my link for my channel, okay, if anybody wants to subscribe to me. Again, as you can see, I don't have that many subscribers, okay? And again, that I'm sending this for clout and calling me a liar and this and that. So I go check, all right? And yes, it does say that. Now, I asked some of Natasha's people that you've seen on her panels and that have made comments, I asked them the same question. How did you find my channel? How did you find my channel? I'm new. How did you find my channel? They said, well, it came across my feed. So if it came across your feed, are you saying it didn't come across Mommy Ramblings' feed? Because I put in there Natasha Cooper, Mommy Ramblings ER visit, right? So don't you think it came across Mommy Ramblings' feed as well? It came across your feed, right? But there's no way in hell it came across Mommy Ramblings' feed, even though I got her name in there. So, no, it's impossible. It couldn't have came across her feed at all. But it came across your feed, and that's how you found me. So Mommy Ramblings is basically said that it came across her feed, and she clicked on it, okay? So that's how she was made aware of it. But y'all think that I sent it to her. I never sent her shit, okay? I have never reached out to any creator. Now, if I reach out to a creator, I have no reason to lie. If I reach out to a creator, I'm going to own it. I'll say, yeah, because what's the big deal? What's the big deal? If I would have sent it to Mommy Ramblings, all right, I could have told her, hey, use my video, play it. Play it for your people. You can use it. Let everybody see what I had to say. Right? If I wanted to reach out to a creator and say, hey, play my video. Or, you know, you can use it. There's nothing wrong with that. So why would I lie? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It doesn't go against terms of service, okay? So there's no reason to lie about it. None. So I don't understand your guys's your mindset here, all right? If I would have sent that to Mommy Ramblings, I would have said, hey, yeah, I sent it to her. I wanted to see what she thought about my critiquing. of the videos. But I didn't send it to her. She, I guess, from what she said, and I have no reason now to doubt it because she didn't say that anybody sent it to her, you know, her followers. She said it came across her feed just like it came across all your feeds. That's what you're saying, right? Okay? When I asked, how did you guys find my channel? You said it came across your feed. So why couldn't it have came across her feed? Especially when her name's in it. Again, there's no reason to lie about it because if I'm going to send something to a creator, I have no reason to say, yep, I sent it to him. And if they want to use it to play, they have my permission. I don't care. Makes no sense. I will own what I do because I'm not doing anything wrong, okay? I have no beef with any creators, and I'm not playing your guys' YouTube wars. If a creator did something to you, all right, if they did something to you, take it up on your own channel. Or make peace with them or take it up with them. Or if it's something that is really horrible, take it up with the police. Again, I'm not an awareness channel. I don't care who you sub to. I don't. And I am just going off of human behavior that I have seen. Me personally, that I have seen in the past and what's going on now. Videos that I am personally looking at. So now I'm going to move on after, you know, since I got through with that. Again, you know, everybody is welcome to make comments on my channel unless they are nasty. All right? I will delete nasty comments. If you can't understand it, if you think my channel is nothing but, you know, talking about Natasha, it's not. It's just I don't make long videos. This one might be a little bit longer, okay? Because I was rambling on about stuff I shouldn't have to. But, you know, it is what it is. I will be moving on, all right? There's other things to talk about. There's other things to do. And these are behaviors I have seen. And I'm not going to talk about somebody that I have not seen the stuff personally because maybe I haven't watched enough videos to see it, or I haven't watched any videos at all. There are some creators I have not watched any of their videos. So how can I talk about them? And if you want to say, well, you need to watch them. No, I don't. Go ahead and do it on your own channel. Because there's some creators that I haven't seen any of their videos. None. Some of the smaller creators that are in this drama YouTube war, I've never seen any of their videos. I've heard their names, but I've never seen any of their videos. And I'm not going to pull them up. I'm not going to watch them. So now I'm going to move on, okay? So now we're going to discuss this Christmas all day live, okay? And I did call it out like I seen it, you know. I did believe that there was going to be PayPal's dropped, and I did believe that she was trying to get viewing hours, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there was an agenda behind this. This is my opinion, okay? In my opinion. And, Natasha went on live a couple of times after. And like I said, I deleted the video that I did about this and started this new video because of more things that happened and, the comments that came into my channel and me venturing out and making comments in a creator's channel who seems to be now, I, I, I don't know. Anyways, so I deleted that. So now I'm trying to think back on, what was said in the couple of lives that she did right after the Christmas thing. But she specifically, you know, she was dropping. That's what I was looking for to see if she did that, and she did. And she basically said in a live, in the next live that she did, that she was trying to get viewing hours, okay? And that she was going to do this again on New Year's. She's going to do an all day thing again New Year's because she isn't monetized yet on that channel. And she, she's losing money. Well, I think, this is Tuesday. If I can release this today, I think she can go live again on, the reclining channel as of today. So she's losing all this money, but yet on these PayPal funds, okay, she made more in one day than I think anybody would get in super chats or being monetized. And, she made comments that, a lot of people don't like doing the PayPal. It's easier to do, the super chats and stuff like that. And I'm saying again, she did not lose that much. In my opinion, she made more money off of PayPal than she would with super chats and being monetized. And, she said that, at Christmas, the week of Christmas, that channels, creators get more tips, get more money that week of Christmas and stuff, get more money than any time, than the rest of the year or whatever. I didn't know that. I've watched for the last 3.5 years, different creators and stuff. I didn't know that. I would think the opposite because, it's Christmas. People are buying for their kids, you spend a lot of money, on your own family. A lot of people are all also, helping families out, so money's a little tighter at Christmas. But again, she's saying that she's losing money. People just donated a lot of money for her birthday, okay? What, $3,500? And then she gets all this money for PayPal. So, it's what, I'm not even going to even try to add it up, but within, what, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, she's made quite a bit of money. So, it is what it is, but let's get past the money thing. She goes on to say that her channel was struck unjustly, okay? It was unfairly struck, and people did it to hurt her on her birthday, and they did it for a reason, and they did it also because it was a Christmas week, so she couldn't make any money. Now, I couldn't remember the one video that's not up now, but it was struck. I couldn't remember who she was yelling at. All right. Very nasty video. And, the pastor Mills, who she doxed, he has a YouTube channel. And I think I said it on my last video, and it's kind of hard because, like I said, I'm not going by a script, okay? So, I did look at his last video where he, and I think I said this on my um, last video, where he identifies himself, you know, by credit cards and all that stuff. Um, he does have that video that was struck. And it was on her birthday, all right? And I guess this is what, or why she got struck on the reclining channel. It was her going off on mommy ramblings. That's the video that got struck. That video should have been struck, okay? It should have been struck. That was a nasty video. Now, you can go to Pastor Mill's YouTube channel, all right? You know, the one that Natasha doxed. Don't know who he is. I know he was up on her panel. She doxed him. He's got a YouTube channel up now, but he has that and he stops it and talks about it. And he just has little short videos. Don't have no clue who he is. But he does have that video. And it's nasty. It is nasty. Okay? And that video should have been struck. All right? Don't know who struck it, but it should have been struck. It's nasty. And that was on her birthday. That was her going to a birthday dinner, and she had to get on live and go ballistic. Now, like I said before, I didn't remember who she was talking about. That's who she was talking about, was Mommy Ramblings. And she is saying some really nasty things. And she is, some of the things she's saying is going against terms of service, okay? So he has it over there if you want to see it, and if you want to see if it was unjustly struck, okay, in your opinion. In my opinion, it should have been struck, okay? So then she's talking about her birthday video or whatever. And I don't even remember if that was the channel that was taken down, because she had a channel that was completely terminated, okay? I don't even remember if that was her birthday where everybody was throwing a bash. I only seen a little bit of that video. I don't know if that's the channel was taken down. I know one channel was taken down completely, okay? In the video, I don't know. One channel was taken down. And I think Siren struck her video and somebody else. I don't know. Now, she goes on to say that she has not went live after live about Siren. Yes, she has. Now, she wants to say Siren has went and talked about her in other channels. I don't know. I haven't ventured out. Don't know. But some of the things that she has said about Siren on her own channel, she has put stuff out there she should have never put out. I don't know what Siren has said about her. Okay? Don't know. But I know what she has said about him. And she has, you know, day after day after day. And if people want to say, you know, just because they follow her, want to say, no, it's not true. Yes, it is true. You know, you can make your channels or your videos private, but you know that other people have downloaded those videos, right? Okay, you know people have watched it. And she has put out some really nasty things about Siren. All over what? Okay? All over because he wanted to stay friends with someone that she didn't like anymore. All because he left a message that should have never, ever got out to anybody else. That message should have never. I don't care if you have a falling out with somebody, okay? There's things that need to stay private, because that tells you what kind of person you are. And that should tell all of her people that if you guys ever have a falling out, she's going to put out your private stuff. All right? The most private things that you could have ever talked to her about, you better be careful. Because if you have a falling out, it's going to get out for the world to hear or to know. Because that's what she did. That should have never got out there. Ever. And because he couldn't get back with her in those 4 hours, because he was at work, and I know somebody else said, well, he texted me or whatever. For whatever reason, he did not get back with her. Okay? And then I guess he did send a message to her or whatever and said, I'm all good or whatever. And then he went over on somebody else's panel. Well, you know, you can't do that with Natasha. If she doesn't like another creator, all right, you cannot be friends with them. And that goes for some other creators as well. Okay? Not just Natasha. If they have a falling out with somebody, you're not allowed to be friends with them. You better not be over in their group and chatting either, because they'll call you out. Oh, I seen you over there chatting. You're gone. Not just Natasha. It's this high school crap, you know, I don't like that person, so you can't like them either. So, because of that, she had to put out that message that should have never got out there for any of us to hear. And then she has to go on night after night and just, you know, say the most ugly things about him, you know, that he's a piece of shit, that nobody in the world cares about this man. Not just in YouTube land, but in real life, okay? In real life, nobody gives a shit about this man. So, I don't know what it was all on that video, okay? But it got struck, and so she's saying it's unjust, okay? And they did it just to hurt her. What did she think that she was doing when she's making these videos? Does she not think that that's hurting other people? Okay? When you're sitting there screaming about somebody, degrading them, calling them out, do you not think that's hurting them? Yes, Natasha, you have feelings. You're human. And I'm sure people are hurting you on a daily basis. But do you not think that you're hurting them on a daily basis as well? They have feelings too. Okay? You have to think about that when you make your videos. So, they were struck. Now, my understanding is when your channel is on review and you can't go live, you are not supposed to be live on any other channels. Okay? You're not. Or you can chance having everything taken away. We've seen that happen with Critical K. Her channel was terminated. She tried to go and get on another channel, and it was taken away as well. But Natasha just cannot wait that 7 days. And I guess maybe if the original is not in her name, then she has nothing to worry about. You know, we're still going back to that tax thing that, you know, might come to light here in a couple of months to see who, you know, what's going on, if that's really legit in her name, you know, or if it's in her ex-mod's name. We'll see what happens with that. We're not going to know until that comes to light, okay? But when you're on a ban or not supposed to go live on a channel, you're not supposed to go live anywhere else. You're not supposed to have another backup channel to go live, which she has bragged that she's got all these channels. Or, you know, nobody else is allowed to do that. I mean, but again, you know, Natasha can. And I get it, you know. For a week, it can hurt your income. I get that. But that's why you got to watch what you do when you are making these videos, screaming and yelling. I mean, I get it. It's going to hurt your income. And then Natasha, she does another live. First she's, kind of sad, okay? And then she gets on there and she's real condescending. She's up there on her pedestal. Everybody's under her feet. And she's talking about, what have you all done for Christmas? My community, me, we helped even the haters, their families. What have you all done? Well, Natasha, you have no clue what everybody else has done for others for Christmas, okay? You have no clue. Just because somebody doesn't put it out there publicly, what they have done, doesn't mean they haven't done anything, all right? For some reason, you have to validate yourself, okay? You have to put out there what you have done publicly for people, like they have to pat you on the back. People could have, and I'm sure many of the people, other creators and their subs, and even your own subs, okay, have done other things for people. Not just in the community, in YouTube land community, okay, but in their own community. Whether it's adopting a family in their community for Christmas, locally, all right, helping the homeless, working at the soup kitchen. And not just for Christmas, but all year round, where it really counts. All right. You had Kim, who got Mrs. Portland, and we're going to discuss Mrs. Portland here in a little bit. But she got her all these gifts, and I don't know if Kim mentioned anything about it. I don't think she did, but Miss Portland did. She made a video of all these gifts that Kim sent her, and you had to put that up there and you had to make fun of it, okay? Saying that Kim ran around and got or ran around her house and picked up things that, she didn't even go out and buy this stuff. She had to just go run around her house and get stuff, that was around her house and send it to Mrs. Portland. So you made fun of it. And, it wouldn't matter what people would eat. I just don't get where you think that you can make fun of what anybody else would do for somebody, okay? What gives you the right to do that? But I guess it was more content. More content. Just because it's someone that you don't like that helped someone else out, you have to make fun of it. To you, it was hilarious. And, your other people in your great community were saying, how cheap the presents were or the gifts. And again, they were going with your cue that, she must have ran around the house and grabbed things and they were cheap and they were this and that. And it was just disgusting, okay? Just disgusting. People don't get the true meaning of giving. And that's the thought that counts. It doesn't. I'm not even going to go there because it's just sad. It's really sad. I'm going to share a little story. Back when my children were growing up, my daughter, she was maybe 8 or 9 years old. And we would adopt a family for Christmas every year. They had the angel trees and, um, stuff like that. And we knew a family personally, and the father was laid off like, a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks before Christmas, and the mom was a stay-at-home mom. And they had two daughters, and they were a year apart, and they were my daughter's age. And they had no clue how, they were going to provide for Christmas for their children because, he just got laid off, and they were worried, about bills, let alone Christmas. And, we went over there, and we used to go over there and play cards, with them. And, my daughter heard what was going on. And when we got home, she's going through her room. And I asked her, I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm going through my clothes and my toys." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, I'm getting stuff for them for Christmas. The two little girls. And, I'm thinking to myself, I already knew that, I was raising great kids. I was. But, just the thought that, she was going through her toys and clothes, and she was getting um toys that she still played with. They were still like new, and she still played with them, but she was going through her stuff, and she wanted to give them to these two little girls. Like I said, they were just a year apart, and they were around the same age as my daughter. And she was getting out some toys and stuff that she was still playing with, and she wanted to give them to these two girls for Christmas. Now, I was still planning on, this was the family that I was going to adopt, because, we knew them personally. And I was already planning on, adopting them and, helping. I don't really want to say adopt. I was planning on helping them out for Christmas. And, but she was determined, she was determined that she was still going to do this. And she went through her clothes, and she got clothes out, even clothes that she still liked, and toys that she still played with. And she gathered some stuff up, and she wanted to wrap them. Now they're used, okay? They were used. So I went out and I bought them new stuff as well, okay? And I got stuff, a box of food, for Christmas dinner. And my daughter wrapped the toys and wrapped some clothes for these two girls. And what we did is we never let this family know that the stuff came from us. We took the stuff over there and we put it on the porch and we left. So they had no idea that it came from us. And I was it's kind of bringing me to tears because, my daughter, it just broke her heart, because these two little girls that, you don't bring children into, adult situations. And this family, they knew that their daddy, was off work. And, they knew what was going on, even though the parents tried to hide, that they were having financial difficulties. But, my daughter, she just wanted them to have a good Christmas. And, one day at work, I was talking to a coworker about what my daughter did. Like I said, I got them new gifts as well, but again, my daughter was determined that she was going to go through her toys and her clothes. That's what she wanted to do. And I was talking to a coworker at work, and my general manager overheard our conversation, and I was just telling my coworker what my daughter did, and I got I don't know, it was a little time after my general manager called me in the office, and I'm like thinking, what did I do wrong? That was my thought. What did I do wrong? um I had a gift card, and the gift card was from a local radio station. And what it was is he sent in, it was like, this was so many years ago, but they had a thing where you sent in like a good deed or something like that. A good deed for the holidays or something, and then they drew a winner or something like that. And he sent in the story about what my daughter did for this family. And it was a gift card for $500. And I was shocked. I was really shocked. And my daughter got this gift card because she did something out of the goodness of her heart. And then it was mentioned on the radio as well. They did a mention. They didn't say her name, because she was a minor. But they mentioned about this child, what she did for this family, and they didn't mention the family's name as well, because they didn't want to do any, they didn't want to embarrass, this family. Um, and of course, we did this anonymously. Like I said, we put this on their doorstep, and to this day, and I lost track of this family, because I got divorced, and it was, his friends and stuff like that, but um, they mentioned it on the radio, and my daughter got this gift card, and my general manager told me, you raised a very good-hearted daughter for doing this. So, I took this gift card and I gave it to my daughter, and she was so shocked and she was so happy, and but the first words when she got that gift card, the first thing that came out of her mouth is she's like, "Do you want to adopt another family?" So I guess the point to the story is, and I wanted to share that, but the point to the story is, it isn't what the presents are or how much they cost, okay? It's what comes from the heart. That's what matters, okay? It's coming from the heart. It doesn't matter how much it costs or how much you get. And I guess that's why I wanted to tell the story, because I'll always remember that. My daughter, who is an adult with children, she will always remember that. And to this day, her family still, now that she has children, they still adopt families every Christmas. And it's something she's instilling in her own children. And doing good deeds throughout the year, not just Christmas, helping the community throughout the year, and not just, on YouTube. So again, Natasha, I know I got on a rant here, but it does not, you have no clue what these other creators or their subs have done for other families, you know, other, I'm losing my train of thought here, because that story that I just told, it gets to me every time when I remember it, especially around Christmas time. It's happened so long ago, but, it still gets to me. Especially when people aren't appreciative of just the little things in life. But again, you have no clue what all these other people have done for their community. And when I say their community, what they have done privately for maybe their community in the YouTube world, as well as their community in real life. Okay? You have no idea. Just because they don't say it publicly, you don't know. Just like we don't know what you have done privately. I mean, you post it out there for everybody to know what you're doing for everybody. But I know when I do things, now I did mention that, but when I do things, I just don't want to put it out there that, hey, I've done this and I've done that. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that don't either. Okay? We just don't do that. So I'm going to move on past that, okay? I just want to say that you just don't know what other people are doing for others because they don't want to blast it out there. And I don't think Kim, I don't think she put it out there that she got these things for Mrs. Portland. I think Mrs. Portland is the one that posted it, and everybody wanted to make fun of that. And I think that is so wrong and so petty. Now, I did want to mention Mrs. Portland. And before I go on with Mrs. Portland, I once again want to say this, and the creators and people that have taken her under their wing, okay, as a friend, and I'm begging you, okay, people are going after and attacking her, and she is putting some stuff out there that should not be out there, okay? It shouldn't be. And people that have taken her under their wing, I'm just asking you to, and she's a grown woman, okay? So you can't force her not to put out her content. But I would just suggest that you let her know, some of the things are not acceptable. It's not. And that she will get attacked. The true crime community. I'm not even going to say the true crime because this is drama. This is the drama community. And some of the stuff that she is putting out there is not acceptable. It's not. And that's not saying, that I'm trying to say this very nicely, okay? It's not acceptable for anybody. And I know that she's having, she has stated that she's got disabilities and mental health issues. But it's not an excuse to put some of the things that she's putting out there, all right? And if I had a friend that was doing this and I took someone under my wing, I would go to them and say, this is not acceptable. And these people are going to continue to attack you, all right? And I would not put this and that out there. I mean, some of these people are still going to attack her no matter what. There is a creator, and this is where Natasha is using and putting these videos up, and she's like, well, I'm not taking these videos off of Mrs. Portland. This is another creator, and in my opinion, this creator is very close to Natasha. Either a sub, could even be a mod. I don't know. But they're really taking all these videos, and this is where Natasha's getting all this stuff. But, you know, I think they're going to attack her anyways. But I'm just saying, you know, some of the things that Mrs. Portland is putting up, it's not okay. All right, it's not. So I did want to put that out there. Um, and when I say that it's not okay, like, it's kind of like poking the bear, um, provoking, like when she's talking about Natasha and talking about, um, she body shames Natasha in one video. That is not okay. When she's like, move over queen, or, you know, that's just going to cause more attacks, and that is not good for someone that's already suffering from mental health anxiety or mental health issues. So I'm just putting that out there. But on that note, we're going to get to, um, something that I seen of Scarlett's. And you know, I know Natasha had a little falling out with Scarlett, and which Scarlett didn't do anything wrong in my opinion. I'm not even going to get into all of that. But Scarlett didn't do anything wrong. She went to her own channel, did a live. Some people followed her over there, whatever. But she had a little falling out. Natasha made a live, made a video about Scarlett. And then Scarlett comes right back to her. Again, I don't understand that mentality, but she did. And Scarlett did a video about Mrs. Portland. Now, I have no clue, and I'm not going to go look for it. I'm not going to do it. I have no clue what Mrs. Portland is accusing Scarlett of doing. Okay, have no clue. Um, but Scarlett put up a post that she was sick and she hopes it's not COVID. All right. And then under that, Mrs. Portland made a comment. And in that comment, it says, "Good, I'm glad you're sick." That is not okay. Okay? Not okay. And again, no matter how you feel about somebody, okay, this COVID is not funny. I have a friend right now that's in the hospital. Well, actually, two friends that are in the hospital. One just went in last night. The other one's been in there. She's a nurse. She's been in there for a week. I have an extended family member that just passed away last week with COVID. Um, I've lost a few friends to COVID and many others that have COVID. My brother has COVID right now, but he's fully vaccinated. His wife, who's also a nurse, she has COVID, and their daughter has COVID. So, I mean, this is not funny. COVID is not, it's not something to joke about. It's not something to say, "Good, I'm glad you're sick." That was completely wrong on Mrs. Portland's side to say, you know, "Good, I'm glad you're sick." Okay, I don't know what her beef is with Scarlett. I have no clue. That was totally wrong to go onto Scarlett's post and say, when she's like, "I'm sick, I hope it's not COVID." I guess Scarlett might have had COVID before. Okay, that is completely wrong. I call it as I see it. That's completely wrong. Then she goes on to state, and like I said, I'm not saying this word for word, okay? I don't have it right in front of me, but she says something like, "I hope you fall off the face of the earth and you get everything you deserve." And she talks about something about, because of you, I have had to install cameras, security systems, or something like that in my house, or around my house, or something like that. So I'm not sure what her beef is with Scarlett. I have no clue, okay? But she is saying, I hope you fall off the face of the earth and payback's a bitch. I hope you get everything you deserve. All right? Scarlett, in return, says that's a threat. That's a threat. Now, I've already said that her saying, good, I'm glad you're sick, completely inappropriate, completely wrong. All right? I hope you fall off the face of the earth. So, okay, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Scarlett says she made a police report. Okay, she had the police come out, made a police report, and gave it to her lawyer. And they contacted the police where Mrs. Portland is. They know all her address, everything. And they're getting a hold of her caseworker, whatever. So, because it's a complete threat, and she's like, you can look at it on my community page. So I did. I went and looked at it on our community page. And she said this is a complete threat. This is completely a threat. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I was trying to break it down on where a threat was. I hope you fall off the face of the earth. Have we said that to people before? I mean, do we literally mean that we hope they fall off the face of the earth? I mean, I've already addressed, good, I'm glad you're sick. That's completely wrong. Is that a threat? Okay, I hope you fall off the face of the earth. Is that a threat? I mean, have we said that to people before? You know, I hope you fall off the face of the earth. I mean, is that a complete threat? I mean, I've heard people say, you know, I don't know. And I hope you get everything you deserve. And paybacks are a bitch. Could that be a threat? Paybacks are a bitch. And I don't even know if she said bitch or paybacks. Maybe she did. Paybacks are a bitch. Now, what could Miss Portland mean by paybacks are a bitch? Now, Scarlett said that the police said it was an absolute threat. Okay? I would have to say, you know, calling the police out for this and making a report, she said the police said that it was an absolute threat. All right. I I'm sorry, I don't see a threat here. I don't. Paybacks are a bitch. I mean, I guess you can see that as a little bit of a threat there. But what kind of payback? A payback by blasting her out on social media? Because that's what it seems like is going on here. Tit for tat, going back and forth on social media, but enough to call police. I mean, we already know our police have enough on their plate, okay? They do. Now, Scarlett thinks this is a complete threat, but yet her queen sat there with her um, big old her knife thing. Okay, it was what my son knows more about them because you know he collects knives, but it was one of those. I know Miss Portland, she kind of thought it was a samurai sword or something like that, but it's one of those, oh, what do you call it? Crap. Lost my train of thought again. It's a collector's zombie sword things. But Natasha says, what does she say? This is for you, Mrs. Portland. Did Natasha literally say, or did she literally mean, this is for you as I'm coming to get you? Okay. But in Mrs. Portland's mind, and from some people watching that, does that sound like a threat? Okay. Because she's holding this scary looking knife thing, and she said, this is for you, Mrs. Portland. All right. Now, to Scarlett, that doesn't seem like a threat, does it? All right. Now, if Mrs. Portland would have held a knife like that and said, this is for you, Scarlett, she would definitely think that was a threat and would have called the police. Because if she's calling the police over the words, I hope you fall off the face of the earth and payback's a bitch, if she's going to call the police over words, she would have definitely called them over something like that, okay? Over holding a knife like that and saying, this is for you, Scarlett. But yet her queen does it to Mrs. Portland, and that's okay. That's not a threat. See where I'm getting with the mindset, okay? Do I think Natasha was saying, this is for you as I'm going to come and get you, Mrs. Portland? No. Absolutely not. Okay? Absolutely not. But in Mrs. Portland's mind, and people can take it that way, look like a threat, right? That's where I'm saying, it's okay for one person to do it, or it's okay for your leader to do something, all right? And it's completely fine. But if these words are said to you, it's a threat, and you're going to call the police and give it to your attorney. So Scarlett goes on to say, all right, these little words here, unless there's another video out there, okay, which I haven't seen, I'm not going to go look for, unless there's something else that Mrs. Portland said to Scarlett. I mean, all she said is go look on my community post and you'll see these words, and this is what I've seen. All right, she's talking about, again, and I know I'm repeating myself and I'm sorry, I'm not going off a script, so it's kind of hard, but she's talking about the security cameras that she had to put up because of Scarlett. And she said something about how Scarlett has terrorized her family. I don't know. But she says the only thing that I seen that she could be used as threatening is, I hope you fall off the face of the earth, and I hope and you get everything you deserve, and payback's a bitch. And maybe something about karma. Okay? And that was enough for Scarlett to call the police and to get a hold of the police in Mrs. Portland's area or whatever, and to give to her attorney. But again, her queen, it was okay for her queen to say, this is for you, Mrs. Portland, and that wasn't a threat. But Scarlett goes on to say, I will punch you in your ugly ass face because I hate you. Is that not a complete threat? I will punch you in your ugly ass face because I hate you. Now, to me, that's a complete threat. Okay? That is basically saying I'm going to cause you bodily harm because I hate you. I mean, you can twist some of these other words here. All right, like I said, I hope you fall off the face of the earth. That's a figure of speech. I hope you get everything you deserve. That can be a figure of speech. And payback's a bitch. That can be taken any way you want. Payback as of what? It can be a threat. Payback's a bitch. You know, I'm going to meet up somehow. You know, I don't know where Scarlett lives. Um, Miss Portland, I mean, that's obvious, right? Um, am I going to meet up with you? Payback's a bitch. Am I going to dog you on social media? I mean, there is no direct threat there. But Scarlett's saying, I will punch you in your ugly ass face because I hate you. That is a direct threat for, you know, there is no, there is no interpretation, there is no getting around that as, again, I lost my train of thought. There is no getting around that as saying, well, I meant something different. Okay, there is. There's nothing there. And then she goes on to say, one of us will be leaving in a body bag and it won't be me. Again, there is no getting around that. There is no getting around that. Now, is she saying if Miss Portland came there to start, if they got into an altercation, there is, one of us will be leaving in a body bag and it won't be me? Really? You think Mrs. Portland is going to hunt you down and find you and there'll be an altercation? I mean, it's clear that that would never happen. Now, I can understand, Scarlett is sick. Okay, she is not feeling good. So when you're sick and you're not feeling good, last thing you want is someone to come on your page and start some drama. Okay? And especially if you think you might have COVID, because that's some scary stuff going on right now. But if you're going to call the police over what I seen was on their on the community page, okay, or on her community page, and say that these are threats that were made, and you're going to call the police and give it to your attorney, call the police out. They are busy people, okay? They're dealing with real life crap right now. People getting murdered, children being abused, people going missing. Not this online bullshit that people are calling police about, okay? But if you're going to call them over the words that Mrs. Portland put on here, but then you come back and say, I will punch you in your ugly ass face because I hate you, and then you say one of us will be leaving in a body bag and it won't be me, are you freaking kidding me? Those are direct threats, all right? Direct threats of bodily harm, Scarlett. Now, was it right that Mrs. Portland came on your page or on your YouTube channel or whatever? Absolutely not. And that's why I ask that the people that have taken her under her wing, I mean, she's a grown woman. She's a grown woman, so they can't force her to do anything, right? But I ask them to guide her as being a new creator, okay? And give her the ins and outs of what happens in these drama channels, all right? And that she doesn't need all this drama, especially when she's already dealing with some disabilities and mental health issues. And again, having disabilities and mental health issues is no excuse to be ugly on social media. It's not. So no, she should not have came over there. She should have not have said, good, I'm glad you're sick. But you cannot go and make a police report and say that these words are threatening when, they can be taken in different ways. They can. But your words, those can't be taken in different ways. Those are direct bodily harm threats. Plain and simple. They are. Absolutely direct bodily harm. And this going back, I'm calling the police about this, and I'm giving this to my lawyer. I this You guys are nuts. You're just nuts. I'm sorry. And I really like to listen. I listened to a few things on your channel, and I really liked what I seen until this crap came up. I really did, because it seems like you're trying to follow your leader. And I just don't get this back and forth ugliness that is going on. I mean, it's insane. And you guys call these police out for the most ridiculous things when they have better things to do than babysit people on social media. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what really interests me about social behavior and social media. Some people act like they're in junior high. And it's really scary that people are raising children and they are bullies. Some of you all are bullies, okay? You are classified as bullies and you're raising children. Now, I don't know if this is how you act in real life, or if this is just an act that you're doing on social media to act like, to feel like you belong to a group, that you belong in a community. And that's, how they're acting. So this is what you are letting out. This is how you are putting yourself out there so that you can belong to this community and feel important. Because I can't see you acting like this in everyday life. I just can't see it. I mean, I know people like this do, some people do act like this every day. But so many, and we wonder why we have children out there that bully people. So again, I was just really taken back. Um, I was taken back by that. And no one should ever go on no one should make comments like that. So I'm not sticking up for Mrs. Portland where she came and made that comment. I'm not. I don't know what the beef is between the two. I don't know if there's any other video. I'm just going off what Scarlett said. Well, look at the threat on my community post. And then everybody's like, oh yeah, that was a threat. That was a threat. But then when Scarlett said what she said, nobody said, well, you just threatened her. You just directly threatened her with bodily harm. Nobody said that from what I could see. So then we're going to go back to Natasha's I think it was her last live. Okay. Before the live last night, where she's going to be going off of YouTube for 3 days. She was talking about people not helping out. Well, you what did you guys all do for Christmas? And she was talking about this and that or whatever. I mean, she did a couple of lies, and now I'm getting all mixed up because, like I said, I deleted the first video, or yeah, the first video that I was doing about this, and I'm redoing it. But she was talking about Alicia. She's like, I don't even know about Alicia or something like that. I don't even remember ever talking about her because that's how much you people don't affect me. Okay? I don't even think about you all. Well, if that's the case, then why is it all about your content is about everybody else. And when you say that you don't even remember talking about Alicia, um you still have a video up on your Recline channel, again, your birthday. That's the other person you were going ballistic about, and it was about Alicia. Now, I don't know what that's all about. I didn't watch it all the way through, but you're screaming at Alicia. Now, the only thing I know about Alicia, I think she's got a channel. I don't even know what the name is. Never watched anything on it. But you talked about Alicia quite a few times. And I think I mentioned maybe in one of my other videos how you were talking about her having all these children and how you might have made your own viewers feel bad because you were going off about, her having not being able to provide for her own children and she shouldn't have any more. And on this video where you're going ballistic on her, you were talking about, you'll buy her birth control if she would take it. I'm surprised that video didn't get struck. Okay, because you're going off like crazy. It's still up on the Reclining channel. So you were talking about her then, all right? You talked about her about you had your panel up there, and you all were, talking about all the children that she had, and how she had, I believe, 7 children, and talking about taxes, child tax credit. And I was going to mention this before because I thought it was really funny because Natasha did taxes for other people. We know how that went. But they were talking about the child tax credit and they were trying to figure out how much taxes she would get with all these children. Like it was something new and it's just a handout, right? Because Natasha stated, well, I'm not getting that. Is it something you got to sign up for? I'm going to have to look into that. And I'm thinking to myself, I literally laughed out loud because Natasha would know what child tax credit is since she has done taxes. And it's nothing new, okay? Everybody gets child tax credit when they do their taxes if they have qualifying children and they make under a certain amount. All right, there's that certain amount that you have to make. You can't make above. I'm sorry. So you got to make under a certain amount to qualify for that child tax credit. But the only thing new that they changed was this year because of the pandemic is July, August, September, October, November, and December. What they did is they gave everyone half of what they would normally get at the end of, when they filed taxes. They were giving everybody half of their child tax credit monthly because of the pandemic. And the only way that you wouldn't have got that is if you went in manually and you opt out of it. Now, some people had issues and they still didn't get it, and that's something they had to deal with the IRS. But you would have to go in there and opt out of it, and that way you got the whole child tax credit here when you file taxes in 2022. But the people that got it for those 6 months, they're only going to get half of their child tax credit when they file in 2022. So their tax check will be smaller than what they would normally see. So of course Natasha wouldn't have got it because she didn't work last year, right? Now, because she stated that, she started this, her YouTube or whatever. Um, she got monetized in December. So she wouldn't have made enough in December, because you also have to make enough money to get that earned income and child tax credit. You have to make a certain amount and under a certain amount to qualify, just like with earned income. And I don't think that the boyfriend can claim them for earned income and stuff like that. Don't know. But if she didn't correct anybody on panel. She just let them go and dog on this Alicia. Like she was getting free money, okay, from the government. Even though child tax credit is something they have been doing for years. And Natasha knows this because she's done people's taxes. It's nothing new. And you have had to have worked to be able to get it. So either Alicia had to work, her spouse had to work, okay? You had to have worked to be able to get it. So no, if Natasha didn't work last year, she wouldn't have got the child tax credit. Because they're going off of last year's income when they figured out this child tax credit, okay, for July, August, September, October, November, December. They're going off of last year's income to figure out what you're getting, what you got this year for those months. And if she just got monetized in December, which I think it was January, then she probably didn't make enough, okay, to even file taxes last year, which is none of my business. I really don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, she was talking about Alicia, but yet she doesn't remember ever talking about Alicia. But yet they're sitting here trying to figure out how much she made off of each kid. And she even mentions, I think on that live video where she's screaming on her birthday, I think she mentions again, I'm not positive, but I think she mentions again about the child tax credit. Use that money for the kids. So anyways, moving on. Yes, you do know all about Alicia, okay? You know all about her business, but yet you seem to forget all the lies that you do on people and how you do dog them, okay, and go on about them, because apparently you say you don't even remember talking about her. But it's out there. I mean, you make your videos private, a lot of them, but a lot of them you haven't, and they're still out there. So all you have to do is go back and look. I had to let the dogs out, so I don't even know where I left off. See, I have no clue what I'm doing, but that's okay. I'll just move on here. Um, again, she came back on live. Like I said, I have no clue where I left off, and that's okay. If I'm missing something, it doesn't matter. She came on live the last time, and she was talking about how everybody impacted her or how her business was impacted with her channels down. She's not going to go to the true crime and do any lives. Again, from my understanding, she's not supposed to be doing any lives at all. But she's made all this money with PayPal, in my opinion, more than she would do with super chats or being monetized. And she's talking about how she is going to go after, I guess after the first, anybody that is streaming her videos or her content, and she's going to strike them. Now, again, I find that very ironic because that's all she does. She streams everybody else's content, right? Um, Even if they're not talking about her, I've seen it. Uh, I think I mentioned this before. I call it the Cooper Bunch. You know, they're up there on panel, they go down, they go to the side, they start playing other people's stuff, you know, and she wants to say if nobody talked about her, they wouldn't have any content, you know, their channels suck. But again, you know, what would you have if nobody talked about you? I think it would hurt your business. And I think that people talking about you is actually helping your business because then you have content to go and talk about them, you know, and you have people in your that are viewing you. Not all of those people that are viewing you are your supporters, not all of them. You have people in there, you know, that are your what quote haters. And then you have people, you know, I'm sure, like me, I'm not a hater, I'm not a supporter, I'm just an observer. So you have people over there that are viewing you, that are giving you those views, that aren't all your supporters. But I think people, you know, your hate channels are helping your business too. Because if they weren't talking about you, what would you have to go, you know, 2, 3 times a day sometimes? What would you have to talk about? Because on your drama channel, you're not doing anything on the true crime channel. So what would you have to talk about? I know you say, you know, people would flock to you to talk about toe clippings and stuff, you know, and you can unbox, you know, your goodies and stuff, but what would you talk about, you know, for hours, you know, 4 to 5 hours on a daily basis to keep your audience attention? You can't, I'm sure for a while, if nobody was talking about you, okay, if all these channels disappeared or they just completely stopped, you would still have a following for a while because you can keep people's attention for a while. But us as humans, we like the drama, okay? We do. We would be lying if we said we didn't, because that's human nature. Just like we like watching drama shows, right? That's like we like these high profile cases. You know, we try to figure out, you know, we think about the conspiracy theories in it, you know. We are interested, we're interested in drama. We are interested in people going back and forth, arguing. I mean, it's human nature. And we'd be lying if we say we're not. But what would you have? So actually, everybody talking about you is helping your business, not hurting it. But I don't understand. I mean, I get it. I could not handle if these people were coming at me on a daily basis. Okay, all these creators. And they did, you know, Critical K, they did it with her. She had some tough skin. She didn't she she ignored most of them, you know. She would just go do her thing. But you know, I could not handle if all these people were coming at me every single day, making channels about me. So, but I guess if it was growing my business and if I was making thousands and thousands of dollars, maybe I wouldn't care. I mean, but you've put from day one all your business out there. Everything. So, I mean, I just don't even know what to think about that. And you say you're going to go strike all these people, you know, for something that you do. You do it too. So again, it's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for anybody else. And then you said, and again, you know, we get a different Natasha. You were the one video right before that, you're kind of sad, and now you're very condescending, okay? Very condescending. You say that people are idiots because, you know, a lot of people are saying about this legal fund, you know, they're calling it out. They're like, you know, it's been going on for a couple months. Nobody's gotten any letters for harassment. If you had an attorney, they would be telling you, you know, if you're going to be suing somebody, you know, your attorney would be telling you to zip it. You don't talk about them on social media. You don't provoke them. You know, if you go into court, you know, your attorney, the judge and attorneys are going to be saying, you know, what's going on here for these people to come after you? Are you doing anything wrong? You know, what are you doing? All this, all these other people are going to have videos of you and stuff like that. You know, people are talking about this and you know it. So you're backpedaling now. You're backpedaling. So people were talking about this. They have been. So what do you say? These people are idiots. I'm not going after them for harassment. But this legal fund, okay, this fund was set up as a cyber harassment fund. So if you're not going after anybody for harassment, that fund was set up as a fraud. Because it was a cyber harassment fund. But yet you're not going after them for harassment. And again, you might say, you know, well, it's nobody's business. If they didn't donate, it's nobody's business. It is when you are raising funds off your business name. If you're doing a fundraiser off your business name, it actually is everybody's business, whether they donate it or not. Especially other creators, okay, that have channels. I mean, you are doing fundraising off your business name. But apparently, you said it, and you put that video to private, but you did say you're not going after them for harassment, but yet, and I'm sure a lot of people have a screenshot of what that fund was set up as. It says Cyber Harassment Fund. And I think you change that, in my opinion, because a lot of people are calling it out. They're calling it out because they're not getting any letters, okay? And also because of the videos that you have been putting out about all the people that you would be going after to sue or going after for harassment. Because anybody in their right mind would know, I mean, with common sense, would know that your attorneys would tell you not to be talking about these people, okay, if you're going to go sue them for harassment. You would not be talking about them daily on social media. But now all of a sudden you're not going after them for harassment. So it looks like, in my opinion, okay, since your channel got struck, another one got taken down, you might be letting your people, you're kind of giving little hints, okay, because everybody's idiots. They're digging, like you said, they're kind of digging their own grave, right? All you had to do was sit back and watch and wait. So in my opinion, you just thought, okay, you could foresee, and I think this is where this is going now, that your channels would go down, okay? You you were going to foresee this happening, that your income was going to be taken away. And this is where the legal fund comes in to play. So you just had to sit back and watch and see if it happened. How, and this might be how it plays out. See what they were going to do? They're going to take away my income. And this is why I needed the funds, just in case. How could you foresee that happening? So, in my opinion, it had to change because people were already calling it out. And nobody, like I said, nobody was getting any letters. It's been a couple of months now. It doesn't take that long, to get a letter or to hear anything. It's just been kind of hush hush, right? So now you're saying it's not a harassment fund, okay? Or it's not for harassment. You're not going after them for harassment. So I think you're making your people believe now that you might be going after people because your business, you lost money from your business. How could you foresee that happening when you started that fund? And if that's the case, all right, YouTube is the one that felt that you violated their terms of service. Now, the people that struck the video or the videos, all right, if it's the people whose names you mentioned, they would have every reason to strike because of what was said in it and if it was about them. So I don't know how that would play out. All right? Just my opinion. I mean, some people they are just so blinded by who they follow that they just go with the flow on whatever is said. And, again, this isn't really about the money, okay? If people want to donate, even though never in my life have I seen anything like this, okay? Not even, I just never seen anything like this. And I think that's why, a lot of people have an issue. They have never seen a creator just dump one fund after another, and then with this harassment fund, and, now all of a sudden it gets changed, right? It's changed. It's not a harassment fund anymore. But like I said, I do believe that you are leading on as if it's because your channels, your income was taken away. Even though you made quite a bit of money on that PayPal, and in my opinion, more than you would have ever made in super chats or being monetized. But, again, if people want to donate, have at it. It's really not about the money. I mean, you have went after so many people. And most of them, since I have been watching again, were supposedly your friends. And you have put some very hurtful comments out there and information that shouldn't have been put out there. So, the money aspect of it, even though I've never seen anything like that in my life, if people want to donate, they can donate to whatever they want to donate to. It's their money. I would never, ever do funds like this because I would not be able to live with myself bleeding people dry like this, especially around the holidays, okay? Never. I would feel like such a shitty person. But, you do you. It's your channel to do whatever you want, and it's not really about the money. And I know a lot of people, they're saying the same thing. They talk about the money, But it's really not about the money. It's just about, how shitty you treat other people. And that's just another part of it. The money part is just another part of it. And we'll see how this legal fund thing is, because I don't think it's going anywhere. I really don't. That's my opinion. I guess we'll see what happens. So then we have, the latest. We have Natasha's health issue. She's not going to go on. We have her mods come up and say she's not going to go on for 3 days because she had an issue at the doctor's, and she's very, very sick. Now, the night before, she was absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But she had bad news, and she's not going to go on for 3 days. Now, we know that on her last couple of lives, she said that she was going to take a break, and she's not going to go on live much, here and there until after the 1st. Now, her mods had to kind of backtrack and backpedal, because I know other people were saying, that, she had to do a health crisis or something, because she already made this comment, a week or so before, or a week before, or whatever. And they're like, oh no, she this is something new. What she meant by that is, she might go live one time a day and not a couple of times a day, that she was going to be doing stuff with her family. No, that's not what Natasha said. She said that she was not going to go live that much. She didn't say, well, I'm not going to go live, I'll only do one time a day. She just said that she wasn't going to go live that much until after the 1st of the year. Now, this is only my opinion. Only my opinion. Now, I did say on the video that I deleted, I thought that there would be some fake drama happening, I'm not saying that she's not having health issues, because I said, and I've said this before, nobody knows anybody's medical records or what's going on with them personally unless they are looking at their medical records, okay? So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that she's not having issues. I will not say that. I did say on the video that I deleted that if everybody if they quit talking about Natasha for a couple of weeks, okay, to see what happens, because she said she wanted everybody to keep her name out of their mouth, and then she would have nothing to talk about when it came to them, that for a few days or so, everything would be fine, and then something big would happen. Something would happen to either draw somebody out to talk about her, or there would be a big crisis. Something would happen to get somebody to start talking, okay? And I deleted that video. And I started this one because of some of the new things that came up. But I don't have her medical records, all right? And it's none of my business. But the only thing that I have to say about that is only Natasha can have health issues, all right? Her panel comes up there, and they cannot believe that other channels are going on about Natasha having to take a break on her health issues, and how unsensitive they are. And they're almost like crying over it, okay? But yet Natasha can go and degrade other people that are having health issues and calling it fake, and and all her people as well, because they came in my channel saying it, right? They came in my channel saying it. And Natasha even went off saying crap was fake for attention and this and that. But if anybody else says that what Natasha is doing is fake for attention or for whatever reason, all her people cannot believe how insensitive they are and that Natasha has feelings and this and that. Natasha does this to herself. When she goes out and she screams at other people, okay, and says that all of their stuff is fake, their health issues are fake, they're doing it for attention. She's done this to several people, not just one. But if they want to say the same thing about her, then, well, you guys are just so mean to Natasha, and I can't believe you would be saying this. Why are you doing this? Because she does it to other people? Maybe that's why? Why can't she be nice to somebody when they're down and out? Why can't she put her feelings about them aside? All right? She might not have compassion for them like she says, all right? But can't she have a little bit of empathy when someone's down? And be the bigger person? And say, you know what? I hope you feel better. And I'm going to put my pettiness aside, feel better. That's all it would have taken. Feel better. But no, she has to kick them when they're down at their lowest. And then you all expect all these other people, okay, to be all nicey nice when she is having some health issues and she needs a break. She wants to take a break. And then you can't believe that people are being insensitive. And then, of course, she can't take a break. She comes up on live. She sounds completely fine. Okay? She has to come up on live. And, of course, when you guys are doing your live, you have to do, what do? You're already making fun of Mrs. Portland. And I guess some people, I don't know, I didn't watch all of it, but I guess some people, your own subs, might have not liked it, that you guys were watching some videos on Mrs. Portland, and Natasha was talking about it, but and then she clicks off and she's like, I'm out of here, and goes away. Now you guys kind of made a little mistake, and a lot of people caught that too. Natasha was in the background the entire time, okay? Because when Christy Ann, I think is her name, Christy came up, you guys accidentally brought Natasha up too. She was back there the entire time. But you said she needs to take a break, but she was back there because she came up, and then you guys got rid of her real quick. So she's in there the entire time. Now, another funny thing is you guys are acting like you say that she is, having serious health issues, but she'll be back in 3 days. It's only going to take 3 days, and then it'll be all fine. She'll be able to come back. So the serious health issues, in 3 days, I guess it'll be gone, or she'll be fine. So that's what's making people talk too, okay? For some reason, in 3 days, it'll be gone. So, people were assuming, okay, is this because of the strike? She's trying to kind of staying off alive for 3 days, to let this all die down or whatever. Who knows? But again, I'm not going to say somebody's not having health issues when their medical records aren't in front of me, and I don't care. Not saying I don't care about their health issues. What I'm saying is I don't care, if they want to stay off or whatever. I mean, I do care about people's health issues. I'm not saying I don't care about their health issues. It's none of my business. All right? And I'm not going to say somebody's not having a health crisis or that it's real or fake or whatever, because I don't have their medical records in front of me, and it's none of my business. And I'm not going to say somebody's not having something go on when I don't know. But if she needs this break, she can't even take the little time. I mean, she had to come up on live. And she was already in the background there, or backstage or whatever. She was watching the whole time. She was back there the whole time because you guys accidentally brought her up and then clicked it off real quick. Everybody's seen it. It's there. And what I'm saying, and I get it, her channels are her babies. Okay, I get that. I get it. But what I'm saying is if you're having health issues, okay, and a lot of it has to do with these channels, this drama crap going on, you have to have priorities. You can keep your channels. And you can do your lives. Do you have to go live 2-3 times a day? Every day? Or is your health more important to be around for your babies? Can you not take that break that you desperately say you need to take, or do you have to be in the background to keep an eye on what your mods are doing? Okay? I mean, it's clear you can't even take a break to go to a birthday dinner. You can't even do that. I mean, it's completely your own business. It is. But when you're saying, when you're putting out to the world and to all the creators and to all your subs and viewers that you need this break because of health issues, but then you kind of get caught in a lie because you're there in the background. That's not taking a break. That's being in the background. I mean, is that sad fishing? All right? Because you're there in the background. Watching what's going on, what your mods are doing, what everybody's doing. I mean, you see it. You're back there. She accidentally clicked you up. You're in the, what is that called? The backstage or whatever. See, I don't know. I'm new, so I don't know what that's called. When you're on panel and you're backstage waiting to come up. Yeah, that's what happened. Everybody's seen it. Natasha was back there. But again, priorities. If you need a break, take the damn break. Think about your health first. Nothing is worth your health. These damn channels is not worth it. You can still keep your channels and take the break you need. You can. Or you can, no, I'm not going to tell you how to run your channel. God knows I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying, and I'm not a supporter. I'm not a hater. But damn, your health is worth more than this bullshit. Right? I mean, if your supporters aren't going to tell you, your family's not going to tell you, somebody's going to tell you. I'll tell you. It's worth more. Your health is worth more than this drama bullshit. And I don't get why you can't take that break and give it a rest for a few days. If it's affecting you that much, give it a rest. I mean, you made quite a bit of money. It's not going to hurt you to be off for a few days. It's not going to hurt your viewers and subs to not see you for a few days. It's not. It is really not. I mean, there's a lot of creators that wouldn't go on every day. Nothing is worth your health. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I mean, even when you have a full-time regular job out there, you get a few days off, right? You get a few days off a week. So I'm just saying, and Natasha, I hope you do feel better, and I hope you get better. I really do. Just like I said that with Mommy Ramblings, I hope she felt better. And I'm saying it to you, Natasha. I hope you feel better. I hope you get better. And with that, I am going to put an end to this and hopefully move on. I know things will pop up and I might do a video here and there, but I'm going to move on now. That was my series on Natasha. I know it went more videos than I wanted to do. But again, you know, I didn't do 4 or 5 hour videos, and it does make it harder when you don't have a chat, you know, so you're not discussing with other people. You don't have a panel to discuss. You're just sitting here talking, and you don't really have a monologue you're going off of. You're just going off of a memory. So it did take more videos. So no, this is not just going to be what my channel is about, is Natasha. Now, will I do another video on her? I'm sure things are going to pop up. You know, things are going to pop up. So yeah. But, you know, I'm going to do videos on a few other people that I wanted to do videos on. And I am going to get out there and start chatting more. And if people don't like how I'm doing my videos or they don't like my channel, you don't have to be here. You don't have to listen, okay? You don't have to white knight Natasha. You don't have to white knight any creator in my channel. You don't. Because right now, you don't have to do that. Because I'm not bashing her looks. I'm not bashing any, you know, her, anything about her except what I have seen, okay? What I have seen. If y'all don't see it, that is fine. I'm not telling anybody not to go watch who they want to watch. I am not saying, well, you guys need to see this. You got to pull this video up and that video up. I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you my point of view from what I have seen, okay? I'm not out there to fight your wars. So if you've had a problem with this creator or that creator, take it up with them. Make your own videos because you have been already, all right? You don't need to come in here and say, what about this and what about that? Because that's not what I'm about. You can say that, say whatever. I'm going to this creator, whatever. I'll tell you if I go to a creator. If I go to a creator, there's no reason for me to lie about it. I'll tell you that I went to them or I sent them a video. I have no reason to lie about it, okay? And if you see me in somebody's chat, you'll see me in somebody's chat. But I'm going to end it on that. And like I said, I hope Natasha feels better. I do. I really do. I don't like seeing anybody having any health issues. I don't. I don't want to see anybody, you know, to lose their channel, to lose their business, you know. But you can't go around hurting people just to grow your channel. You can't. I mean, I'm sorry, you can. But what kind of integrity is that? What kind of morals is that? And I know that there's a lot of people that have channels that are awareness channels. They personally have been hurt, okay? And they personally have had issues with Natasha. They have every right to put out their content of their personal experience with Natasha. I don't have personal experience with Natasha or any other creators, okay, that I'm talking about. I have no beef with them. This is just what I have seen. So on that note, I've already been on here too long. I'm going to jump off here. And hopefully on my next video, I can cover that cult-like behavior and the needing to belong, because I really want to get into that. And I am going to discuss a few other creators. And we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm sorry that this drug out so long. I'm sorry people don't like how it's went on, and if I could have made it one video or two, I would have done it that way, but I just don't have the time to make these long videos, and I'm sure somebody, just would not want to watch a 4 or 5 hour long video staring at a fireplace or a little box or a fish aquarium or whatever. I mean, I couldn't do it. I can't get through, looking at somebody and looking at the long videos. So, and I don't have the time. But I will catch you again on the next video. And, I wanted to do some other, um, actually, I wanted to do some, I like making my own body scrubs. I like knowing what ingredients is going in that. Okay, and also bath bombs. I do those. Not your traditional round bath bombs, because those always seem to be really too big, kind of a waste for me. So I like making my own, and I like knowing ingredients that's going in those. And so maybe I can get to those and show you how I make mine and what ingredients I put in there, because I know some people have sensitive skin, and you know I don't know, get to those and see what y'all think. And who knows. And I'm sorry I ramble. Like I said, if I had like my own monologue here and wrote things down, I wouldn't be mumbling so much and just stumbling and crap like that. But it is what it is. I guess when you're new and you try to get your thoughts out and they just don't come out the way you want them to, and I'm not going to delete this video. I'm just going to put it out as it is, because I go through videos and it sounds stupid, and I delete it, start over again. It just takes too much time, and I'm just not going to do that. So this one, I'm just going to put it out there, and if it makes no sense, I'm sorry. I did my best, and I'll just catch you on the next video, and we'll go from there.